All right, ladies and gentlemen, hell has froze over. Kanye West with a rabbi atoning for his sins.
Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said, and I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends.
I mean, I don't think it's anything wrong with atoning for anti-Semitism, especially when you find out that maybe I went too far. Like, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to challenge anybody on anything, even Jews, even Israel, even our support for Israel. Like, please, you're an American. Don't be an idiot. It's okay to challenge these things and to dive into it. But when you go past the point of I'm curious to know if this is X, Y, Z, and you go to the point of being accusatory and conspiracies and all this other crazy stuff, then that's when you fall off the cliff. But like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to speak here in Orlando. It's going to be an incredible event. I cannot wait to speak. 400 leading pastors from around the country. I'm doing a keynote speak, so what a blessing. But let's talk about Kanye West real quick, because we all know if you are fair, if you are honest about Kanye West, clearly Kanye West is having a mental episode. He has been having a mental episode. I don't know what has drawn it out. Some people say when his mama died. I don't really know. But when you do erratic things and you cuss out your baby mama and you say your baby mama is dressed in a certain way, that's why you can't be with her, and then you go marry a woman or be with a woman who's dressed worse than any woman that I've ever seen go out in public. And, you know, you don't talk to your children, you go on this anti-Semitic thing, you make a song called Hail Hitler, then you make a gospel album, and then you no longer like God. I mean, I felt bad for him because I knew he must have been going through a mental crisis. I have people in my family that are bipolar. I know people that are not in my family that I've had experience with that are bipolar. And that can be a debilitating disability, right? One minute you're high and you're excited and life is good and you're flashing and you love everybody. And then the next minute you hate everybody. Nobody loves you. You go off the deep end, man. And it's like, it can be triggered like this. And so I know Kanye West was dealing with that. And that's why I felt like I had a little bit of compassion for him. But, you know, as a grown man, you got to take care of your business. You can't just live forever with perpetual excuses. At some point, you got to take care of your business. All right, let's be real. Credit card debt isn't an accident. It's a system built to keep hardworking Americans down. The banks win, the creditors win, and families lose. Every call, every late fee, every crazy interest charge, it's all part of the game. But you don't have to be a part of the game. You have to play by their rules anymore. PDS debt has already helped hundreds of thousands of people fight back, cutting debt, stopping the calls, and putting money back where it belongs, in your pocket. Now, let's get to him with a rabbi. Now, I don't really know who this rabbi is. Y'all, I'm at the hotel. I'm just finding this out. So I don't know who this rabbi is, but it appears that he is speaking to a rabbi and he's asking the rabbi for forgiveness. I kind of thought this was a troll. But Kanye seems genuine in the video, and maybe, just maybe, that's what he wants to do. I mean, I don't think it's anything wrong with atoning for anti-Semitism, especially when you find out that maybe I went too far. Like, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to challenge anybody on anything, even Jews, even Israel, even our support for Israel. Like, please, you're an American. Don't be an idiot. It's okay to challenge these things and to dive into it. But when you go past the point of I'm curious to know if this is X, Y, Z, and you go to the point of being accusatory and conspiracies and all this other crazy stuff, then that's when you fall off the cliff. But let's play the clip of Kanye West, because it's probably going to blow your mind. Roll the clip.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So It's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said. And I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
The Rabbi said the Judaism, the Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, he can regret and fix it. And the Rabbi is hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. You are a very good man.
Amen. That's yeah.
You have probably seen headlines, but this isn't just news to me. It's my life. I'm from Ukraine. My hometown Zaporizhia is right near the front lines, right by the nuclear power plant. My family lives in constant fears. Missile strikes, sleepless nights, and silence from the loved ones we can't reach. Millions of families like mine have been forced to flee. Others
Now, I'm not gonna lie, man. After I watched it, I got a lot of respect for Kanye, and not just because it got something to do with Jews. It's just that. Let me tell y'all a story real quick because this kind of did something for me. I was at a pro-life event, and a lady came up to me. She said, "Hey, I met you before or whatever, but I need to tell you something." And in my mind, I'm like, what does she got to tell me? You know what I mean? People always want to go deep and have these long conversations with me about all this philosophical stuff that they believe in, all this stuff, and it's like, I don't want to hear it all the time, but she seemed very genuine. So I said, I want to see what she has to say. This lady came to me, and it did something to me. This lady came to me, because I don't think I've ever had anybody do this, maybe once in my life. She said, "Brandon, I want to apologize to you." And in my mind, I'm like, for what? I'm like, what did you say about me? Because she told me she had been harboring negative thoughts towards me because some woman that was friends with her called me one day, and the lady was drunk or something. I don't know what she did, but she called me and she acted a fool with me on the phone because I didn't come to a free event or something that was like 3 hours away. You know, and I'm spending time with my family, and this woman, when we come to a free event that's 3 hours away in the middle of nowhere, and like, I guess because I didn't do what she wanted me to do, she got crazy with me on the phone. I'm like, lady, don't you ever call me and disrespect me and all that stuff like that. So I posted about the woman, and I guess they were friends. And so she never heard my side. She only heard her side. And then, of course, over time, she realized that I'm not the person that this woman said I was. And I feel like God convicted her when she saw me in person. Because when you have God in you, people start feeling some type of way that you don't even control. It's just the way it is. When you have the Spirit of God in you, people feel convicted and you don't even have to say nothing. People feel God's presence and you don't have to say nothing. That's the point of having the Spirit of God in you. Because that's God doing it, not you. So she said that to me, and it changed a lot in me. Like, wow, this woman was humble enough to come to me and say, I've been harboring feelings towards you and I want to make amends. I had a guy kind of do this to me the other day at the Jewish Coalition event. And to be honest, I didn't really recognize him. I think I seen this guy somewhere, but I didn't realize this was a guy who had been talking trash about me online for a long time. And he came and was like, "What's up, bro? Let's make amends." And I'm like, you know, I'm so busy, man. I don't even be remembering people that got beef with, you know, because I don't have beef with them. They have beef with me, and I'm doing my thing. But to see Kanye West do this, I got a lot of respect for Kanye. Because if he did this to them, if he did this to Kim Kardashian, if he did this to a Christian or whoever he feel like he offended, that take a lot to do that, especially on camera. Now, the naysayer's gonna say he got the phone call. It's like, no, man, he just probably in a point in his life where he's kind of burned a lot of bridges, and he's like, dude, I want to change this. I want to make it right, dude. I'm Kanye West. I'm not this person that I've been all these years. And let me start with something like this. Somebody who's spiritual, somebody who's holy in his eyes, that I'm just going to make amends, and hopefully I can be forgiven from the Jewish people. I don't know. But I wonder what the people who know Kanye for being anti-Semitic, who support Kanye's anti-Semitism, what do they think about this? Now, in the comment section, I want you to, say whatever you want to say. In the comment section, I want to know what you think about this Kanye video with this rabbi. We'll talk about it later. See you on the next one. I'm out.
And it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said. And I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe it. Can you believe it? Because I can't believe it. Kanye West has made a public apology to the Jewish people. And it wasn't just an apology. He went to one of the biggest rabbis in the world, Rabbi Pinto in France. He went to him to go and apologize on the behalf. Now, maybe he got it from LeBron, because if anybody knows Rabbi Pinto, you may be familiar with this picture of him and LeBron James. Okay? So I don't know if Kanye called him. I don't know how it actually happened, but I know that Kanye came out. He looks like he's medicated or something. But I just want to go back to the only person that we all know who name drops, who quite possibly, I would say, Candace Owens actually praises Kanye West more than God himself. More than God himself. But just for context, ladies and gentlemen, Kanye West has not been nice. And I would say that you can arguably say that a lot of this anti-Semitism right now that we are seeing, you could arguably say that not only did it spark Candace, but you could say that Kanye West himself was the person who actually started this uprising in anti-Semitism. I mean, if anybody's been paying attention, they know for sure that Kanye's been one of the most vocal people, against Jews, releasing his most recent single, one of his most recent singles called Hail Hitler. And after all of that, he comes finally to Rav Pinto and apologizes. I can't wait to hear what Candace had to say, but we do know what she did say. The one man that she praises more than God himself, Kanye West. Wow. I mean, wow.
Lastly, of course, some people walked so I could run. And I can think of no person who walked further than Kanye West. My dear friend, I absolutely love you, Kanye. I'm gonna tell you one thing, the conversation is very different than it was 2 years ago when Kanye West won this award and he did not accept it. I don't know where he was. He's somewhere in Tokyo now. I bumped into him a couple of months ago, but I do want to borrow from his Grammy acceptance speech because it's incredibly relatable and it is exactly how I am feeling right now. Take a listen.
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
And it's so awesome. It's so awesome to see that, Candace is now wanting to, mimic and say the same things as Kanye West, as she has over the years. But I think that right now we should give her the words to say. Since she praises and she's so beholden of Kanye West, which, by the way, this all started with the DEF CON 3 tweet against Jews, and Candace on the Daily Wire platform. I'm talking about almost immediately, seconds later, already using the Daily Wire platform to defend Kanye and say what you heard was not anti-Semitism, right? So that same Candace should pay attention to what Kanye had to say today.
Blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage.
And the truth of it is that he does. Like I said, there's probably nobody more responsible for this uptick in anti-Semitism than Kanye West, who has a massive platform, which is much bigger than Candace, a complete icon in music over the last 2 decades almost, and for him to do what he did, and now he's making a public. And now I have what to say. I'll say it afterwards. I would never try to make light of his apology. He has shown that he's not been healthy and multiple times. So whether he's this way or that way, you never know when to take him serious. And I'm not going to overdo that. But at the same time, I would never try to make light of an apology that he's doing this. Quite honestly, he may need to do more than this. But this is mind-boggling where we are today, and for him to make this apology. Let's finish watching it.
Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said, and I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is the beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
He said in Yandut, the Rabbi said the Judaism, the Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, you can regret and fix it. And the Rabbi is hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. You are a very good man.
Amen. That's a blessing. Very good.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like almost tearing up a little bit. Like I said, it's Kanye, so in all actuality, we really have to be careful because it's Kanye. And I think what he's saying is true. What Kanye has been, unfortunately, when he was on the left, everybody on the right called him crazy. The moment he joined the right, everybody wanted to hide that he was crazy and not say that, Candace, you're just saying that he's crazy. The man is for sure not been healthy. Everybody has known that he's not been healthy. However, the fact that he came to apologize.
If you don't understand the rules of power, you will certainly lose to someone who does. I'm going to teach you how to be more powerful, because power leads to success. Some of the things we're going to talk about having you do are going to make you feel uncomfortable. If you think hard work
is huge, Listen, I'm sorry to stop the show for a second. I just want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Market Ding. Look, in today's world, if people can't find you online, then you don't exist. That's where Market Ding comes in. They're a digital marketing and SEO company. They used to dominate healthcare, but now they dominate just about everything. Whether you're running a business or a brand or even a podcast like mine, Market Ding knows how to get you found fast. So don't just show up online, grow online. So visit marketding.com today and watch your growth online explode. Okay, back to the show. This is massive. This is huge. And I wonder what this would do. I don't know what type of effect that is going to have, especially where we are in the midst of what seems to be brewing as a war on the right, and Jews obviously being in the center of it, which by and large was, you know, Kanye had a lot to do with this. Kanye had a lot to do with it. But you know what? I'm not going to be the person to say this, and I really hope to God. I'm just going to say this at least. I hope to God, honestly, with all of my heart, that this is real. And I hope that this has an effect on the world. I don't know what brought him to this point. I don't know what made him get there. I don't know who did it. I'm sure Candace will give us a lot of conspiracies for why it happened. But until that time happens, I think what we should do is we should do this. We should start taking Candace at her own words, because I want you all to remember when she said this.
Everything that Kanye said was so real. Okay. I'm now at that point where you look back and you go, man, Kanye was right. He was really saying something about what it takes to leave.
What it takes to leave the anti-Semitism, or what she's saying, what it takes to leave, you know, such a deranged mind. I think this was a blessing. I pray genuinely for Kanye that he is able to continue in this repentance and to be able to fix the wrongs that he did. And may we all take a lesson from this. This is huge, to be able to right our wrongs in a major way, to be able to right our wrongs and to do it in a way that is going to have an everlasting effect. Wow. Candace was so right. The one time she's right, when she says Kanye was right. You guys know me. I just had to do this. I was on my way to bed. I had to talk about this. But you know me, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Did you think this video was AI? I thought it was AI. It took me forever. I was over here the last hour just trying to make sure I didn't present to you guys a fake video. But anyway, as we always do, serve God or live trying. I'm out. I don't have to tell you that in our fast-paced lives, we rarely stop to just breathe, to reconnect ourselves with Hashem and with our purpose. And that's why I'm really excited to tell you about Kavana, an incredible new app that helps bring mindfulness and Jewish spirituality into everyday life. It's filled with guided meditations, music, sleep stories, quick 1-minute pause